Volume 6. Oops. Yeah, it's 8200s. You know, TC89, 49. Kind of sound weird because I just had this happen. Alright, I don't want to subject you to that anymore. Uh-oh. Here we go. Or maybe not. Well, alluded to the CD400 at least. What is this? JCPenney. So I could have stopped at JCPenney and got one back in the day. 1980. There's a GE smoker alarm. Okay. Smoker detected. Cigarette smoke detected. And the first alert, of course. Well, it's 76 RC. Or the TC49 1070. Says Honeywell with its own first alert. Now let's see what happens if I do this.
You can just leave that other pan out of it. Afraid you might spill it.
There we go. Now we get them. It is called the rescue light. That's what they're calling them in these articles. Ads, I should say, not articles. And that's probably what the box will look like. So like I said, in the Gemco, you remember that in my 86R or 76R video with that first alert commercial. So they would have been available there too.
Don't forget to plug this in, or wait.
Let's see. I think we're just, yeah, we're kind of going away. And there's Jill's with light, but it does not show the right unit. Well, where would this have been? Gnomes. Imagine if we found one with a TC49 89 style. With a light. In Baltimore Sun, so. Right in Baltimore, I'm from Pants territory. I'm going a little different now. Oh, you can see it there, duh. 700. That's from their manuals. I recognize it from the 800. There's Smoke Guard 2. Yeah, I hear music in the background. I was listening to this when I was in the dentist. Helped calm me, relax me. Uh-oh. You gotta stop that. Smoke Guard 2 again. Okay, here you go. 89, or 800. Oh, is that one of those old, yeah, those old firelight lights. It's like some type of beacon lights, a horn, megaphone. Now, here's what's interesting though is I was all numbed up, you know. And wait for the dentist, all of a sudden he appears, then again, I'll stop that. 800. Here, let's do this too. Continuing on. Well, we got, what is it? Probably 805. Get a better view of it. And then 02. So that'd be the hardwired. There you go. What's this one? Yeah, it doesn't say. But Probably because it's the second row of the holes there. Probably 805, 809. Count Bob Wayne. Let's see what these alerts are. Thunderstorm watches. Oh, and I see a fan there. I didn't because I was looking at this app I have. It shows all the emergency alert system activation throughout the country. Smoke and heat detector. I don't think they ever had that. And of course, they only showed the detector or the extinguishers. What's that one? Or have we seen them like it? Yeah, there's the 805. We can only find some. There's 805 again. As I said before, there's only 2 people that we know of that have one. One of them's a collector, and the other's just I shouldn't say a random person, but kind of is a random person on YouTube. And the collector's more of a fan collector. So, switching it up a little bit. And there's the Fire X rebrand. Let's see. Oh, there's a 77R based one. If you're wondering, that's the bus. The buses we have here. Huh? Did they rebrand the GEs too? Or is it just the wrong picture? I don't think we've ever seen them rebranded. GEs rebranded by Wards. Ooh, what's this one coming up? Well, would you look at that? Let's see. 76. So, yes, this confirms that they would be selling the 76Rs. Could you remember my box for the 76R? Yeah, you remember this. So yeah, that confirms that they were selling the 76Rs. Cool. Even though I was editing, I realized it looks more like that's a 74. But whatever. Maybe they even sold those. And here's some, let's see. Again, if you want to read, just pause. There's an 809. There's a 615. What's the 0933B? I wonder if that's the F900 based one. Because there's the 0933. Interesting. It's sick. I'm going to look at it myself. So yeah, that was a cool list. Huh? Okay, did they rebrand those too? Whoa. Did they rebrand those too? Interesting. The Algenic ones. Looks like another one. Even though it says Securitex, so maybe they didn't rebrand it. Maybe they just sold it as, they just sold it there. A little different version of different view of the F900 one. According to Google. That's interesting. From 1980. Long before that, of course. Sadly, there's no smoke alarm in the comic strip. Now, if I ever saw that in a modern moving sale, you better believe I'd be over there. Of course, my luck could be a modern one nowadays. But even then, it very well might have been a modern one at that time, too, so. One with the heat detector again, and the Honeywell. Yeah, I think the Firex-based one, and then the Wards with the light, of course. Looks like we're getting a lot of the same. Well, there it says thermal smoke alarm here. Might have already been the other one too. The other ones we saw. I just see the kind of the headline part. And West clocks again, and I think it is. Yep, one of those. Nice. What would this have been? Ward Drug Company. Let's see. Most of those we've already seen. Special buy, huh? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, just a 77R based one. They're still cool though. I like them. Nice. Yep, Canada. Because obviously they didn't make those here. They just rebranded them as Oster. Here. Looks like we're kind of straying off. We're at Fred Meyer again. So we'll go for a detector now. Oh, AC powered. Please show us. Nope. But I think we all know what they look like. And here's the Honeywell one. And spoiler alert, I might have one of these coming my way. I just might. Because right now there's only one person we know of, collector, that has one. The Honeywell again. The 77R based one. Oh, okay. Battery included. So did they have a SS74 with indicator? Or maybe it's just the, 749. Oh, there it is again. Both of them. F900. But even back then, it very well might. But even then, it very well might have been a water. I'm showing an SS74R, but it says 9-volt battery. And they did have like a 74A or AL or something like that. It had a 9-volt battery as a backup. It's about the recall. Maybe a 77R. The BRK would have looked different, of course. We all know that. That's what they would have looked like right there. Again, we all know that. More. It says Wards again. 76. And that's not a cord. Part of that illustration. Maybe they did have a 74R with a LED. Hey, there's a 79R. Again, the 79R based one. Nice. Now can we find the 83R based one? One of the Honeywells. Barricade smoke alarm, but we're showing Sears. with a whole bunch of slots on the side. New tone fan there. This model BRK. Okay. Not sure if you can hear that. All that yelling and horn talking and stuff. The protest going on downtown there. Let me see what that one is. At the 1839, obviously. It's not going to show the 83R. But of course, we all know what that looks like. And let's change this. Change the date range here. 77R. Of course. Nice. No, that's GE, not BRK. Seen that before, though. Look at this one. Actually, no, that's... Yeah, I think that's more of a... whatchamacallem? Intronic. The chart of lies here. Yeah, you again. Ooh. This talking about a GE possibly. Massachusetts company, huh? That would be ESL, likely. Yeah. I don't think it's covering the GE. Even though I'm not sure if you saw that in my video about it. One of my friends said that there's one off and it shot yellow and red sparks, so that's kind of scary. That's a Family Guard, not Sears. Imagine if they did have an 83R based Sears, though. That'd be cool. Baby Sears, nice. Baby Sears with button. Oh, the Baby Sears. I mean, oh, there's a square one. Cool. Oh, there we go. Photoelectric ionization. The old ones. There's one with the heat detector. Saw that one already. There's a picture of that one. I think that's the Dicon based one. Turning from that light and then the button. That one probably is too. What's that one? Could be 74R based one. Back to just smoke alarms and restricted to Canada now, so maybe here. Yep. ADT or ESL, whatever the Canadian one was. Getting ready for our Easter. Nope. Now, is that real or is that something drawn? Well, it's obviously something drawn, but was it based on a real detector? Kind of looks like my Smoltek if the vents were facing out and in the center. And maybe that was like a louvered side. Either way, though, it looks cool. Yeah, anyway, we're going to have Easter today, of course. My nephew Caleb and his girlfriend are going to come. Riley, you saw her in that one browsing video, real estate browsing video. Sadly, I haven't done that much lately of that because of this. Oh, that's St. John. Imagine if that was Meductic, New Brunswick. I think that's what the name was. A quick step, but we've seen that picture. Here's in that picture. And I know we've seen those pictures, or that picture up there. That's why must our children die. Stop the children burning. If you're in the community, you know that about that. Relevant to that. And what is it? Firex of some sort. Does it say, or is it just a generic picture of a Firex? Looks like that. And looks like it's the older one, possibly, with kind of the tiered lens, tiered button. Okay, I'm downstairs now. Keep my eye on the driveway. Is that one? I think it is. That might be in the Family Guard. I've been browsing so much to this lately. I thought it was this. For a split second at least. I'm at Mom and Dad's now. Ooh, nice. Nice clear button SA4. In the spare bedroom now. No, it's just a simple little smoke detector thing. Even though I've seen that before. Somewhere. Maybe in another paper or something. Hey, here's a Teledyne. Speaking of that, this cookie tray that's next to me looks like a huge Teledyne. Kind of out of the peripheral vision. Okay, I see something around there. Charles Craft. I think that's the F900 one. Yep. The Black & Decker, it's probably... Yep, that one. Cool to have one of those sometime. Even though I do have that Hoover variant, so... Something Century. Oh, you can just see it there. You know, one SA400, huh? Would that have been their model number? Another Home Century, let's see. Of course, this one doesn't tell you the model. Oh, there's a Sunbeam though. And that's basically what that one that we saw a little bit ago, you know, like that Decon Exports thing was. Wish we could find more around here. I'm standing over by the window now, waiting for someone to come. They should be coming pretty soon. Okay, what's this one? Oh, there's the little Dicon there. Mastercraft. And the Dicon with the Ward's design. Oh, the Light Alive one. Several of us have. Tele 707, and that one's Tentec SA4. There's Dicon 350. Yep. SA4 and vegetables or something. Anyway, yeah, SA4s. Probably running out of time here. And the Dicon again. We've seen it before, but still cool. And that's it for this volume. So thanks for watching.